the last few weeks, I think it's been a special case of a lot of Hindi films impressing audiences. From films like Sherni and State of Siege to web series like Grihan, we have been fortunate enough to actually witness compelling projects being produced. Similarly, what has happened over the few weeks is that I have seen several films and shows that have come out of different states and have compelled me to make this video for the unique stories that they have successfully told in different genres. This is not only restricted to India but extends to Bangladesh as well this time. My conscious effort is to simply provide clarity and bring in the forefront to all of you that Indian cinema is not restricted to the Hindi language and just make some of you aware of the compelling stories that are being told all over India. So here is Tried and Refused Productions with 5 powerful non-Hindi movies and series that you need to watch and celebrate now. Saras. Anna Ben is a performer from Malayalam cinema that I often feel connected to for some odd reason. It may be her infectious smile or her effortless nature of delivering dialogues, but there is something very charming about this actor in every role that I have seen her in. Saras is a breezy, light-hearted but thought-provoking film that seemed to do its magic without becoming overbearing. A film about an assistant director who is pitching her film to various producers that she wants to direct herself, feels pressured by her family to find a suitable boy for herself. A universal experience for all women the moment they reach their mid-20s. Almost panic sets in within the family as if the world is going to combust. Fate has it that Sara meets the perfect match in the form of Jeevan played by Sunny Vane, connecting on their animosity towards little children. Sara is adamant on the fact that she doesn't want children, and I think Bharadwaj sir had brilliantly presented in his piece that the creators of the film don't judge her for this choice. It inadvertently is one of the main reasons for Sara's success as a film. It is in the moments that I fell in love with this movie, whether it be how it captures young love, the tantrums of stars on film sets, or the awkward dynamic whenever Sara finds herself alone in a room with a toddler. It's authentic and so much fun to witness. The film, for the themes that it focuses on, can clearly take a dramatic turn, but it has a beautiful ability to flesh out heavy topics without changing its pitch. The life-altering turn the film takes is almost seamless in the second half. The conversations with the family and the pressure of this perceived notion that the biological clock is ticking is something that many will empathize with. What is considered to be true freedom is also beautifully fleshed out in the film through a retired actor. This notion of whether anyone really needs permission to be free, the ignorance that comes with expecting women to juggle several hats, both professional and personal. Saras is a very effective Malayalam film that I would highly recommend you check out on Amazon Prime Video. Nirantar. The Prologue. This is a film from 2020 that I recently watched and got a tad bit obsessed with. Again, a huge shout out to Aritra who basically recommends me Bengali films at this point, but Nirantar has affected me deeply in a weird way. The story of an engineer that goes location scouting for a resort to be built with a junior from the company expands for us to have a deeper understanding of the personal lives of both the characters. There is a beautiful melancholic quality to this Bengali film that completely catches hold of your attention. It in many ways is representative of how our lives are, deep in thought and contemplative of the several hurdles only we know and understand. The film provides a beautiful commentary on love, loss, and life, and how we are not in control of the several directions in which it may take us. The exploration of these characters takes its time. What starts off as a relationship that is thorny and distant, slowly but steadily becomes of empathy and respect. The film is introspective in many ways, probably aiding you to take a deep dive in the horrors you may have experienced. Prosenjit Chatterjee is known for his flamboyance and larger-than-life roles. I mean, the man is a legend when it comes to Bengali cinema, but to see him in such an understated role is such a breath of fresh air. The way the film integrates language in the storyline is also so effective, switching between Hindi, Bengali, and Nepalese with such ease. The cinematography of Soumik Haldar sets the tone of this melancholic mood that I expanded on previously. The overbearing fog, almost indicative of the baggage of the characters, and the rocky and dusty road, providing a glimpse of the unexpected nature of life and what lies ahead. While many believe that this film shines in the silences, what truly hits home for me is the commentary that it provides on relationships and how far love and affection can take something that may seem broken from a distance. This beautiful film can be found on the ZEE5 platform. Chaturmukham. Probably the most experimental film that I saw this week was the Manju Warrier starrer Chaturmukham on the ZEE5 platform. The film, considered to be a techno-horror genre, focuses on a social media-obsessed and bright individual, Tejaswini, played by Manju Warrier, who finds herself in an odd predicament the moment a phone comes into her life. Through the aid of her friend, Anthony, played by Sunny Vane, and Clement, a retired professor and a science enthusiast, they come to the bottom of the suspicious technology and why it is causing havoc in Tejaswini's life. First and foremost, I don't think anyone anyone is going to debate about the fact that this film is technically sound. The music by Don Vincent, the sound mixing by Vishnu Govind, and the cinematography by Abhinandan Ramanujan stand out as probably its best qualities. It is always tricky the moment you are expanding on the topic of how man's creations become their biggest enemies, as more than it becoming a commentary on the life and its detrimental effects on us, it becomes more about a character by the end of it just wanting to save her own life. The cinematic shots captured in the film are truly mesmerizing, and as I explored the film and how it dealt with the topic at hand, I realized where it lacks in the writing department, it more than compensates with its technical treatment. The exploration of such a unique genre is admirable. Manju Warrier is in great form as well, communicating the internal strife and curiosity with ease. You will definitely experience a feeling of disconnecting in the latter half of the film. However, if you're looking for a unique and experimental viewing experience, this one is definitely for you. Mohan Nagar. Probably the most surprising piece of work that I saw this week was when I clicked on the Hoichoi series Mohan Nagar, a Bangladeshi web series in the Bengali language that covers the events that take place in one night in a police station. An influential man is brought in for a possible hit-and-run case, and how several characters come into the picture of this unique setting forms the crux of this web series. Various facets of everyday life come and go through this web series. The corruption and red tape that exists all around us, the hounding nature of journalism, the harassment faced by the common man, the abuse of privilege and influence, and the blurry nature of truth. The series honestly peels like an onion, each episode making you believe that the case is only one thing, eventually opening a can of worms that you least expected. The series showcases actors that I am not privy to, but are spectacular in their respective roles, especially Mosharraf Karim as O.C. Harun. The series, which has its story, screenplay and direction done by Ashfaq Nipun, is a classic example of how a compelling storyline doesn't require scale and opulence, but a keen eye for detail and capable performers. Mostly set in one location, the police station, only transitioning from one room to the other, this series is so effective in slowly but steadily increasing our interest in the case. In the pursuit of personal interest, will a man cause self-destruction? Is the case as black and white as we perceive? And is the nature of truth such that it will eventually come out? I can't recommend this show enough on the Hoichoi application. Samantar. I finally did it, guys. After many recommendations from the TRP fam, I finally binge watched 19 episodes of the Marathi MX Player series Samantar, and I'm so glad that I took this plunge. This is just a reminder to listen to the subscriber base when they are vehemently talking about a show. The series starring Swapnil Joshi explores two individuals having the same destiny. A downtrodden man, Kumar Mahajan, who considers himself to be extremely unlucky, goes on a quest to find Sudarshan Chakrapani, a man whose past is Kumar's future. The life that Kumar is living is what Chakrapani has already lived. The rules are laid down for Kumar, only to read his fate one day at a time, categorically written in the journals of Chakrapani. As fate had it, Kumar experiences a lot of success faster than anyone would expect. Cautious not to make the same mistakes as Chakrapani, but fate has its twisted ways, and Kumar's life gets engulfed with this incessant and obsessive need to control every step. A lot of people argued about the show that they preferred season 1 over 2, but my god was I equally invested in Kumar's downward spiraling life. With the mysterious integration of a woman that will change his life, this season became even more twisted than I anticipated. While I absolutely enjoy Swapnil Joshi throughout the series, I have to say that season 2 belongs to the magnetic performances of the women, Tejaswani Pandit as Neema and Sai Tamankar as Meera Bhaviskar. The longing that Neema has for Kumar, seeing him drift away, heartbroken to the core, Tejaswani Pandit lends such a dynamic performance to the role. Sai Tamankar as Meera is twisted in so many ways, and I know I keep on saying twisted, but it is true. I can't think of a better word other than that. Her eyes and their magnetic presence will transfix you, and it made me actually wonder that no shit Kumar finds himself in the predicament that the series explores. The screenplay of the series beautifully does a back and forth between Chakrapani's experiences and how they are running in a parallel direction just like Kumar's. The series also plays along the lines of reality and illusions, making the narrative complex yet intriguing. Time, fate, and life. Are we ever in control of their devilish ways? Samantar beautifully and effectively explores these facets, and I would highly recommend you to catch it on MX Player. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below whether you have some video ideas for our channel. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.